Sports Roundtable.
Penny is coming home to Memphis, and that's all I'm going to say, and I'm going to be quiet.
You said it, and the excitement, I can hardly contain myself, so the city is on fire. I've talked back to a good friend of mine who listens to the show regularly, and he was telling me that the excitement not only for Penny and trying to bring the basketball back to a Memphis frenzy,
right.
It's also the whole downtown area. Everything, all the businesses and everybody welcoming him there because they know it's going to bring in revenue.
Almost like LeBron coming back to Cleveland.
He's going to add some money to the downtown economy. So, but the thing about bringing Penny back to Memphis and getting, Memphis, and it's hard for me to just keep saying Memphis and not say Memphis State,
right?
Because that's what I grew up on. Being from that area. First recollection I can remember was back, them playing in the Mid-South Coliseum and having all that local talent. Got all the way to the Final Four with 11 Memphis players on a 12-man roster. You had 11 homegrown players. Calipari had it going there.
Right.
But he never felt like a Memphis, he never felt like family. You always kind of knew the right situation came along, he'd be out of there.
Right.
So everything was kind of like, it wasn't a firm foundation. But by getting, Penny in the fold, now you have that foundation. Somebody who knows Memphis, who understands the city, who's actually got, a foothold in the city. His organization, his basketball organization.
Right.
All the guys he's put in, into the college ranks right now, and even the guys that have coming up through his system, they can probably kind of funnel through his and come in right into the program. From what I understand, we will be trying to get Larry Brown in the fold as an associate head coach, which I think will be a great addition. Penny, taking that step up from high school to college, I'm sure he needs somebody to kind of guide him through some of the situations. So Larry Brown could be a good bridge to help him, get where he needs to go. Having good, solid, coaching around and getting the talent and keeping those kids that, from Memphis that are the 4- and 5-star talent. You can look around the NCAA 9, you can find Memphis players all around, just like we talk about here in Georgia, that get out.
Right.
If he can lock that area up and keep those kids home, you'll be hearing Memphis' name in the national publication.
And for me, by all accounts, this is a win-win for Memphis in maybe every area. From a basketball standpoint, as Hancock mentioned, he's going to bring in certain recruits. And his starting 5 at East High School, which won their 3rd straight championship, Tennessee State Championship, all of those guys are going to play Division I. Financially, it's a win as well. There was a struggling basketball economy. Mm-hmm. Attendance dipped. The Memphis Grizzlies, they threatened to pull out some of their funding.
Right.
And there was one more thing. The $4.7 million in lost revenue.
Exactly.
So,
touch on the Grizzly thing a little bit more about the attendance having to hit the 8,000 mark.
Right.
With the attendance had to reach 8,000 fans per game.
Right.
An average of 8,000 for them to get an $800,000
incentive.
Exactly.
Revenue boost from the Grizzlies.
Right.
The Grizzlies were going to pay that. So they didn't meet those expectations, so that's lost money.
And this was the first time in 48 years because the FedEx Forum where the Grizzlies and Tigers play, it opened in 2004. And since then, they've never had an attendance problem. But Tubby's last 2 years have been, a disappointment to say the least. But Penny, he's going to remedy all of that. And, ticket sales have already increased.
Yeah, believe me.
And it's funny, they only increased them by 1 cent for now. So ticket prices, they're going to start at $100.01. So great marketing. But in any way imaginable, I mean, it's a great win for Memphis. I'm kind of disappointed in Tubby Smith and his representation. Ricky Lett, who's his attorney, who came in at the last hour, and there's this rumor going around that Penny sort of undermined Tubby Smith's recruiting efforts in Memphis.
Ooh.
And Penny, who we already let it be known, he controls most of the talent in Memphis with Team Penny and at East High School. And Ricky Lett, who's Tubby Smith's lawyer, he felt that Penny sort of undermined his efforts. Like, Ricky Lett said that they went out, they did the work, they made the visits, they made the phone calls, but guys weren't coming to Memphis because of Penny Hardaway.
Wow.
So I don't know if there's any truth to that, but I hate to see things like that come out. Tubby, just go away, just take your $9.75 million, go away, retire. I mean, if you don't want it, I'm glad we'll take it. We'll split it between us four. But I'm excited though. This is a great thing for Memphis, the city of Memphis, and I'm excited to see what he does.
Yeah, let's go Tigers.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what Slick Money got to say. I'll probably give him a call after the show and see what he got to say about Penny coming home. Another thing that I did hear that on a lighter note, that their first home game for Penny, they may have 8 Ball and MJG perform at halftime.
Really?
No, I'm just joking.
Okay, you had me there, homie. You had me there, but hey, that would be good. Keep it all in the
Orange Mound.
Yeah.
Catch Sports Roundtable every Wednesday night from 7 to 9 p.m. on WWWE 1100 AM and SRTradio.com.